Hey, entrepreneurs! Have you ever found yourself working into the wee hours of the morning, staying up late, still engrossed with your hustle, your job, your whatever that you're working on, whatever project you have going on, that the line between day and night seems to blur? Ever been so exhausted that even a good night's sleep doesn't refresh you, doesn't recharge you, doesn't wake you up? Well, it's time for a change. So if it's your first time on the channel, my name is Megan Ewing. I am full of entrepreneur tips, entrepreneur tricks, different systems, different tools to make this crazy journey that we're on a little bit easier, because we know when you decide to embark on your entrepreneurial journey, you end up taking on a lot more hats than you may have planned to, and getting things in the right order is what's going to make that easier. And honestly, entrepreneurship is really for anyone if you know how to work the process right with the right tools, tips, tricks, systems. So that's what the channel is about, and I'm so happy you're here. So if this sounds like you, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and let's hop on into the video. I don't know about you, but in the past, it's been this painted picture of entrepreneurs as this timeless workaholics. They're always on the run, they're always hustling, they're always available, they're always answering this text, this email, they don't sleep, and almost to the point where wearing your exhaustion and wearing those working every hour of the day is like a badge of honor. However, entrepreneurship has been evolving and a new mindset is emerging. So welcome to the new era of entrepreneurship, a time that focuses not on how long we can endure, but how efficiently we can work. In this era, we understand that grinding 24/7 isn't a necessity. It's actually an unhealthy habit. So I always live by the motto of work productively, don't work just to say that you're working. So I know a lot of people, okay, well, I'm clocking the hours, I'm working. But is what you're doing creating anything for you? Is what you're doing being productive? Because if it's not productive work, then you're actually not working, you're wasting the time. So getting out of that mindset of being on the clock is hard. And you also have to remember, our brains are trained that way. As employees, it's here's your shift. It's not how much work you can do in that shift. It's, hey, you have to be clocked in from 8 to 4. So whatever work you get done in that time is whatever work you get done. It's never a job-based and efficiency-based model. So that's what we're trained. So when you go and decide to jump into entrepreneurship, we have to retrain our mindset to think differently so that we're not spending all of our time exhausted and overworked and just feeling defeated. So now, don't get me wrong, the old mindset of hard work, perseverance, and dedication is definitely essential, but it doesn't have to come at the cost of our health, happiness, and relationships. So working smarter, tools and strategies. The new entrepreneurial mindset is all about working smarter, not just harder. This means leveraging technology, this means leveraging tools and leveraging strategies to streamline your work processes, maximize productivity, and avoid burnout. So let's take a deeper dive. I'll mention some of the tools that I use, and I'll also mention some other tools that are similar in case you're using those or want to look into it. I definitely, before I speak about any of the tools that I use, please do your own research. Make sure the tools are right for you, because what works for me may not work for you. What works for me may work great for you. So definitely do your research when you're looking for the tools to increase your productivity. All right, so let's take a deeper dive. So think about project management. These tools are like Asana, Trello, ClickUp. These are designed to keep your tasks organized and your team on the same page, which ends up reducing the hours that is spent on emails and meetings. So personally, I use ClickUp. And I have to be completely transparent. I'm getting into ClickUp more. I've been using it for a while, but I'm old school. I'm a pen and paper type of person. And since my team is very small, I'm still able to do that. But I need to start using the ClickUp even more, because as my team grows, it's going to be essential that I am not doing pen and paper and I'm not doing emails. Everything will be on ClickUp. So ClickUp is very similar to Asana and Trello, where you can add team members in there. You can create different boards. You can have different views. You can have anything that you think of. So say you're running, for me, for example, I have a YouTube channel. I also have my coaching business. I also have my social media management business. So I have all these things, and that's outside being a mom, trying to fit in fitness, trying to fit in eating well, trying to run my husband's business. So I have all of those in ClickUp, and that way you can assign certain people to certain things. It's also great because that to-do list that you might have for yourself, mine is on paper, but you can put right into ClickUp so you're reminded with notifications what needs to be done. You can set deadlines, you can set reminders. So it really simplifies the project management aspect of it. And whether it's you by yourself or you have a team, it's definitely going to be super helpful to have all that accessible, especially from the phone, because that's the one thing that's always on us. All right, so then the next tool that we're going to talk about is automation. So for my automation, I actually use my CRM system. So I use 17 Hats from my CRM system, and built into 17 Hats is different automations, different you can automate emails, you can automate workflows, you can do everything in 17 Hats. So that's definitely my go-to when it comes to automation. But there are other tools like HubSpot and Zoho that can really help with your marketing efforts. It can help with sales processes, customer relationship management. And then you have to remember the automation is going to save you so much time, but it also reduces human error. So I don't know how many times you've rushed through an email and then you sent it and then you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I do that typo? With having things automated, so like for 17 Hats, if someone signs up for one of my social media packages, I have the whole process automated. So I know everybody's getting the same emails, everyone's getting the same questionnaires, everyone's getting the same follow-ups, and it also helps me stay on top of things and just be better in my packages because I'm more aware of what's going on and I know how everything is flowing. So now that same email that, whether I have one client or 100 clients, I only have to do it one time. So I never have to write that email again. So think about automation if you're not using it. Figure out even little tasks that you could automate to improve things for yourself, because it's really going to make a big difference. And it's going to make you look so much more professional because now you don't have to remember to send these follow-up emails. Or a big thing is review requests. A lot of us get a project, do the project, so excited that we did it, so excited that we had a client, that we never asked for a review. So I have an email that goes out, it's automated for a review request. That way I never forget to ask, because let's be honest, if you're like me, if you go on Amazon, I'm looking at how many reviews people, different products have. And people are going to do the same thing with your business. So if you can automate some of those processes, it's going to make life a lot easier for you. And the third one I want to talk about is outsourcing. So outsourcing is another key strategy. It's all about recognizing what tasks can be delegated so you can focus on what really matters for your business. From graphic design to bookkeeping, from content creation to social media management, outsourcing these tasks can save you hours, freeing up your time to focus on growth and innovation. Outsourcing is a tough one for me. I realized as I started to build my business, I like to have the control. I like to know that things are done right. But outsourcing will relieve a whole lot for anyone. So how I kind of got to my outsourcing point was, one, hiring a team. Two, if you create the workflows in your system and you create the automations, it makes outsourcing certain things a whole lot easier. So now when I outsource, I already have stuff created to where, one, whoever I'm outsourcing to, it limits the amount of time that is needed for them. So one, it's going to save me money. And then two, it allows me the comfort of knowing that the processes will always be the same. And I always say, like, if you have the budget for it, then pick one thing to outsource. If it's email communication, if it's responding to comments, whatever it is, pick one thing to start with. If you don't have the budget, do what I did. Figure out what the cost would be to outsource a certain project and make that a sales goal. Make that a goal for an income goal, so that way you can start to add that on. And while you're getting to that goal, figure out the tools and systems like 17 Hats, like ClickUp, that are going to make that process a lot easier. Next topic, and one that I can't leave a video without bringing up, because as a mom and a daughter and a niece and a wife and a pet owner, the work-life balance is crucial when it comes to building a business, because you don't want to build a business that takes you away from your actual life, and you don't want to build a business that your kids begin to resent because, oh, Mom's always working. Mom's always doing this. Mom's always in a meeting. Mom's always telling me to be quiet. My relationship with my children and my family is the most important relationship I have. So balancing life and work is extremely important to me. But we talked about how to work smarter. But another crucial part of the new entrepreneurial mindset is the work-life balance. We can no longer afford to neglect our well-being for the sake of our businesses. So when I'm talking about work-life balance, I'm talking about putting yourself first. Before your business. You come first. You come first before your business, before your husband, before your kids, because if you're not the best version of you, there's no way you can be the best version for everybody else or your business. So work-life balance is completely top of the line importance, and you have to figure that out to be able to successfully run a business and not hold animosity towards the business because of all that it is taking from you. So a Harvard Business Review study showed that stress can lead to a 50% increase in voluntary turnover. So it's clear that a culture of overwork isn't sustainable or productive in the long run. I like to look at this as, of course, going through COVID. Look at everything that these nurses, these doctors, these teachers, on top of everybody else in the world, but they had to go through so much, all for their jobs, all for their businesses, all for their practices. I couldn't imagine working in a hospital at that time. And it led to a lot of turnover. I know in our district, like with the schools, it's hard to get teachers in. They're looking for long-term subs instead of teachers because it's easier to fill those positions. So you can't let that stress get to you. And it's proven. Stress is a big thing that causes turnover. And now there's so many different ways that you can monetize and become a success on your own skills and desires that it's really cool to watch all the entrepreneurs that came out of, the COVID pandemic. So what can we do? First off, start by setting boundaries. Decide when you'll switch off your work mode each day. Practice mindfulness. It'll help you keep your stress levels in check. And then make sure you're getting regular exercise and eat a balanced diet. Most importantly, make time for family, friends, and hobbies. These are not distractions from your work, but essential elements to keep you grounded and refreshed. So I'll go through kind of like my morning routine, and this is how I basically set my boundaries to put myself first. I make sure I wake up before everybody in the house. That way I get my time. I read, I go to the gym, and then once I'm home, whether it's getting the kids on the bus or getting them breakfast, depending on what month it is, take care of that, and then it's on to work mode. Another great tip that I saw was never work in the same place that you relax. So if you have a room that you watch TV in, it's like the family room, you guys hang out, you play games, it shouldn't be your work area, because now you're confusing your brain between, okay, are we working or relaxing? Are we working or relaxing? So make sure you're setting those boundaries so that you can prioritize your life before your work. All right, so let's talk about the benefits of social media management. So we're going to shift gears a bit, talk about a specific area where working smarter can really pay off: social media management. In today's digital age, social media has become the critical tool for businesses to engage with customers, build their brand image, and increase visibility. However, managing social media effectively requires time, effort, and expertise. This is where outsourcing comes in. By hiring experts who understand the in and outs of different social platforms, you can ensure your social media presence is strong and engaging without having to spend hours a day crafting posts, responding to comments, creating captions, and everything else that goes along with posting. Over the years, I've helped many businesses, from startups to established companies, boost their social media game. This has led not only to increased brand awareness, but also customer engagement and significant growth in sales. So I realized a while ago, looking at my own businesses, social media management is something that a lot of people struggle with. And it came very easy to me, and I like doing it for people. My team and I offer social media management services tailored to your specific needs. We'll handle everything from content creation to community management, ensuring your brand's voice is heard and your audience stays engaged. Our goal is to take the burden of social media management off of your schedule, off of your shoulders, so you can focus on what you do best, running your business. If you're ready to step up your social media game, without adding to your workload. Let's chat. The new era of entrepreneurship is here. It's all about working smarter, maintaining a work-life balance, and utilizing the right tools, strategies, and resources to elevate your business to new heights. The 24/7 grind is out, and the balanced, healthy, and efficient approach to business is in. If you found this video insightful, I encourage you to share it with your entrepreneurial community. Hit the like button and leave a comment. Let's engage, exchange ideas, and grow together in this new era of entrepreneurship. Remember, you don't have to do it all yourself. Working smarter often means seeking help when you need it, and that's perfectly okay. If you need assistance in managing your social media presence, my team and I are here to help. Thanks for joining me today, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and stay tuned for more insights on the entrepreneurial journey. Until next time, remember, work smarter, live better. See you in the next video.